welcome Leo to your Astro Dice reading for July. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Happy 4th of July to all of you in the United States. 250 years. Wow, that's a big one. So let's get in here, guys. This is where I take astrology with tarot, make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses, and that house is what we're going to mainly focus the whole reading on. Okay, that's what it's based around. Okay, so let's get in here. We are still in Mercury Retrograde until about the 24th or so of the month. So that will have an impact, okay, for the majority of you. Okay, let's see. We've got the 11th house coming out. I can't see what that is. The Pisces. Pisces energy with Uranus. Okay. Okay. So here we go. We have your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening coming out. Some Pisces energy. The energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. Its confusions to soften, resolve. Yeah, Pisces is a wonderful thing. Could be your dreams as well. And going straight into the 11th house. Wow, I love it. Where the cosmos grants those wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. This is beautiful, though, guys, in a lot of ways, because this is saying expect some kind of a massive, unexpected shakeup in your community that completely alters who you trust when it comes to this situation, which is such a Mercury retrograde type of scenario going on here. Okay, so I do like that. It's saying, hey, there's going to be some rebellion, there could be some chaos, there could be some colliding with other people's emotions, hidden illusions, secrets, spiritual endings. Okay, so let's get in here. Dealing with your long-term dreams as well, because you got that Piscean, Neptunian energy, which is dreams, fantasies. Okay, hold on. That's where the illusions can also come out, though, as well. You have the Queen of Swords to, there it is, the Tower. But the Tower is in reverse, so you're saying, I'm trying to avoid this Tower. It's like you see the Tower coming, but you're trying to avoid it because you're aware of it. That there's that Piscean energy coming in with the High Priestess, saying, here comes my intuition, because Piscean energy is also a high intuition. So you're saying, I'm using my intuition for this situation. I'm trying to avoid this with the Queen of Swords. It could even be you making boundaries. I feel like it's you making boundaries. It's like you standing in front of a situation, whether it's a person or whatever the situation is. It could be this social group, whatever it is, but it's like you're standing there with this absolute power, with this sharp knowledge and logic over here. You're using the clearest of your communication at this time, and refusing to tolerate anybody's lies, deceits, chaoses. Because you realize that this sudden, massive collapse is just sitting right there. And it's like you're just narrowly avoiding this to happen. This is gonna collapse. But it's almost like you're trying to avoid it. Because, I mean, you are relying heavily on your intuition, any kind of hidden knowledge, and you're like seeing through this person's deceptions, and that's why you're like guarding yourself and putting out your truths. And it's almost like a saving grace. If I speak my truth, I do all these things, and I use my intuition, I can save grace from making this complete failure, a complete collapse. Straight into the mid-month. It's almost like it doesn't have to be that way. They're trying. It almost makes me feel like they're trying to make it happen that way, and you're trying to save it, because you're like, it doesn't have to be that way. Why are you making it that way? 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands reversed. Oh, yeah, because you're not going to carry the heavy weight anymore. Okay, so there's definitely some kind of energy shift that's going on over here. It's like whatever was draining you, you're cutting out the finances or the emotional cord over here and reclaiming your own time, money, sanity, however it is, because you're noticing that they're just, they've just been draining you. So you're taking back your power. And it's almost like I'm reclaiming everything. I've been carrying all this weight for everyone, and I'm instantly dropping this, exhausting burden. I'm done. I'm reclaiming my own power, putting myself where I need to be. Okay, so let's get to the end of the month. You guys can hear it in the background. It's my husband. It is 4th of July weekend, right? Family's home. So let's see what's going on. So I do apologize for that. Okay, let's see. The end of the month, you do have the 2 of Cups in reverse, the 2 of Swords in reverse. Not stuck at a crossroads anymore in the new world. It's like I understand exactly what's going on. It's almost like they're making you see exactly what you've already known, what you've already felt, the reasons why you did everything. That's why you've put up the boundaries. That's why you've cut the cords. I mean, this is like saying this is exactly why. Everything's going down the way it's supposed to be. Stepping into a whole new phase, a whole new world over here, right? So it's like you cannot seem to get aligned with them. There's some kind of broken contract. This disconnected partnership is officially over. It's totally just fallen apart. It didn't happen the way that it could have went down. It could have went down really, really sour, really, really bad with the Tower. It was averted, but it's still saying it cannot be saved, right? It was a hard choice to make, but you're successfully closing that massive karmic cycle, my friends. Okay, and stepping back into this absolute completion where you're feeling also this kind of victory and you're feeling whole again, because that's what you were looking for in the mid-month. You're like, I'm already starting to feel better. All I have to do is drop this, right? And I can clearly see exactly that this is not going to work. So everything that you were doing the mid-month, you're starting to understand it was for the best. And that's really what it feels like. It's almost like a fated conclusion coming in to end this all, right? Stepping back onto the global stage of your own success, your own independence, right? So it just feels like July is kind of shattering this like stagnant relationship for this successful completion. And it's going to make this major like life cycle change for you. But at least you're going to feel like it's better if the Tower was averted, because it could have made the wheel in reverse, or I'm sorry, the world into reverse, saying that we're still holding on. We're still holding on to things. This way, if it was averted this way and everything went down the way it does, it says I can walk away knowing I'm not holding on to any energy from them. There's no lingering things in the background. Everything is closed. It's complete closure, right? A lot of times we have a Tower. That means we flee away from each other, but we still hold on to things. So that it's an incomplete closure, right? And this way, at least it's saying if we can talk it through, we can do this. I see what's going on. I can make this end the way I want it to end without it having to be over dramatic. Right? The wheel is actually at the bottom of the deck. That's crazy. Maybe that's why I was thinking that, because it's sitting right here looking at me in my face. So it is saying that going into August, you do have the Wheel of Fortune for your birthday in the 11th house. Okay, starting this new fated area of your life. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.